My name is Vantonio and I want to be your next city councilman. I'm a military brat and I have called Killeen home since 1992. I went to Nolan and Rancier Middle School and graduated from Killeen High. I lived in Killeen when violence was lower and parks were used as community gathering places. Radio stations, entrepreneurs, and businesses led the way in community growth. Libraries and bookstores gave us powerful messages, such as, "To whom you give your money is to whom you give your power." I lived in Killeen when caring and community was first. Community and caring is a formula we successfully use to transition from a community to a town. As we transition into a small city, we are losing the foundation that Killeen is built on. Community and caring and putting our residents' needs and concerns first. With their vote, we can ensure that community and caring remains at the foundation of Killeen as we transition into a small city. Within this video, I will start the process of earning your votes by first explaining what the city council does and what jurisdiction they have within the city. By explaining the city council's role within the city, I hope that will show you just how important it is for you to be involved with your local government. Then I will go on to explain some of my solutions and my stances on some of the issues that the city is currently facing. Let's begin. What is the role of a city council in a city? The city council here in Killeen is comprised of 7 members. 4 members that represents each district in the city, and 3 members that represent the city in all we call at large. The district seats are up for election every odd number year. The at-large seats are up for election every even number year. Let's say Killeen was the United States. The mayor would represent the president and the city council would represent the Congress. The city council has the power to override the mayor, and the residents and citizens of that city has the power to override the city council. What that means to you is you have the power to be the change you want to see in your community using the system we have set up through our local government and through our city council. What are the powers of the city council? I'm going to have you follow along with me as I read to you the powers of the city council in Killeen deemed by the state of Texas in the city charter. First, we need to go to KilleenTexas.gov. That's KilleenTexas.gov. Once there, we can look under the quick links and see city charter and ordinance, browse table of contents, charter, and then power. First, I'm reading from the power section of the city ordinance for the city council. This is section 27. All powers of the city of Killeen and the determination of all matters of policy shall be vested in the city council. Now, if you scroll down, I'm going to read number 10. It says, adopt, modify, and carry out plans proposed by the Planning Commission for the replanning, improvement, and redevelopment of neighborhoods and for the replanning, reconstruction, or redevelopment of any area or district which may have been destroyed in whole or in part by disaster. Next, I'm going to read number 11. Regulate, license, and fix charges or fares made by any person owning, operating, or controlling any vehicle of any character, used, or the carrying of passengers for hire, or the transportation of freight for hire on the public streets and alleys of the city. Finally, I'm going to read number 13. Provide for creation of following departments: finance, police, fire, and public works, and such other departments as may be established by the council as hereinafter provided. The city council may create, change, and abolish offices, departments, and agencies other than those established by the city charter. What does that mean to you in your everyday life? The city council has the power to create, change, or modify anything within the city, long as the residents approve that it's in their best interest. If there's programs, practice, gaming facilities we feel we could use to help make our community a better place, whether the city agrees or not, you can take it to the city council and they can make the city create, modify, or change that rule, long as you as the residents agree and come through the proper channels of our local government, starting with the city council. How does city council work? Once an issue or concern is brought amongst the 7 members of the city council, they will then meet and discuss whether or not the issue or concern is in the best benefit of the residents or not in the best benefit of the residents. If majority of those members feel that if majority of the city council members feel that it is a benefit for the residents, then we will push the issue to be taken care of. If majority of the city council members feel that it's not in the best benefit of the residents, then we'll save that issue and address it at a later time, or completely push it out the way. What does that mean to you as an everyday citizen in your everyday life? Through your city council, you can use the system set up through our local government to have and hold any city official accountable, or get anything that needs to be corrected in the city corrected. And even if it's not handled through the city council, you can come together as residents and push those issues and demand them to be handled, ultimately giving you control and the power over the city as a whole, through the city council representative, through the residents of the city. It just lets you know how much power you have within our local government. As a resident and product of this community, I've seen and witnessed and also know firsthand the many diamonds in the rough we have within our community. One of my main running issues is community wellness. And I like to break that down into different topics. So I'm going to start with the youth, athletic programs outside the school. With the lack of high-paying jobs in our community, we could use the city's support in getting practice and gaming facilities for our youth athletics. That way the cost is not passed down to the parents. The average cost between practice and gaming facilities for our youth sports ranges between $1,000 and $3,000 per game or practice. So having city support in that area is major to our teens. For the young adults, I would like to get them training and development in the areas that they feel are going to be beneficial to them, and also the training and skill sets they need to go on to profitable careers. To reduce the crime and generate income for the city, I would like to look at and focus on community relationships and using the local resources we have to build those relationships, nurture them, and ultimately use them to generate income. I call them our Midnight Sports Series, anywhere from 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. And what that does is it's during our high crime hours. And it's giving us something to do, using our bowling alleys, using our softball fields, using our rec centers to do things like midnight basketball leagues, bowling leagues, softball league. And if we have to charge, then we could do something like, for a 20-man softball team, $100. And we have the fire department, we have them sponsor the league, which means $100 will go to the fire department. Or we have a fire department team, a police team in each and all the leagues, which helps build the relationships within the community. The logic behind these ideas I call are my Dallas Cowboy theories. When the Dallas Cowboys are playing, that's when crime is at its lowest in Dallas. There's 100,000 plus people at the actual stadium. Then there's millions tuned in on the TV, another million tuned in online, and hundreds of thousands listening to it on the radio. Naturally, everybody's tuned in and focused and agreeing on this one situation. Using that same strategy, we can use entertainment, community gathering to focus on reducing the crime and also bringing in income into our community. Again, I'm Vantonio. I'm looking for your vote in this 2017 City Council election as I vote for the seat in District 3. Again, you're going to have to write my name here. So, spell it V-A-N-T-O-N-I-O, or Antonio with the V in front for victory. I'm counting on your vote to help us ensure that community remains at the foundation as we transition into a small city and then into a major city. Teamwork makes the dream work. I'm looking to be your 2017 City Council District 3 Councilman. Vote Vantonio Fraley.